Hey everybody, Desert Guardian here, and I know everybody's excited about what's in this box. All right, so let's dig into the Beretta M9A3. So we have one box here. I'll try to keep everything on screen. I like to keep it close up so you can see details. Inside the box is an ammo box. We'll pop that guy out. Set the cardboard box aside, and we have a little Beretta M9A3 ammo box. Inside this, we have the pistol. Comes with three specially coated, sand-resistant 17-round magazines. Now, let me backtrack there a little bit. There are some states where you get 10-round magazines, and I apologize in advance if you're one of those states. That is not fun. So, but this particular one in my state, I can have 17-round magazines. So it comes with three of those coated, durable, corrosion-resistant, and sand-resistant 17-round magazines. You've got spare O-rings for the threaded barrel. You've got the wraparound grip. We'll talk about the grip in a second. You've got the lock. I'll set that aside. Oops, I just dropped the barrel threads. They landed on the floor. Put those back in. You've got the pistol, which I'm going to pull out and set aside because we're going to talk about that. Then all of the books and papers and everything there. So we'll go ahead and set aside the ammo can, and we will take a look at the Beretta M9A3. So bears a striking resemblance to the 29-year-old Model 92 FS that I had, other than the color, but it looks very similar. They have not changed a ton of the look. They have changed a bit of the design, though. So let's take a look. We'll go ahead and clear it. And that's the first thing you notice when you pick this up. It feels so good in your hand, and this slide is super smooth. Oh, wow. So there it is, all cleared up, and this does have a decocker on it. It's a single action and double action, so it's got the same features of like the Model 92 FS, but they took all of the tactical and functional features from combat professionals and wrapped it all up into one pistol. So the first thing that most people notice is the grip on this thing. There's the wraparound grip that makes it a little thicker and fatter, but the grip is a little bit more straight up and down, and they call it Vertex style. So it's a more of a straight up and down, a different angle, less of bulging out everywhere, and it's designed to point you. It's designed to point you essentially where your index finger is going to go. So it's a thinner grip. Now, I say thinner because it's not thin. You're still running a double stack magazine on it. So, I mean, it's 1.3 inches wide total, but it is a thinner grip than usual, and it's designed for, they call it instinctive pointability. So when you pick this up, it's basically going to be pointing right where your index finger is going. So a lot of thought, research, and time went into this size, shape, and angle of grip to make sure it's going in the right direction. Look, I'm pointing the wrong way. Make sure it's pointing the right direction when you're holding it. So yeah, another couple of cool things about the grip is it does have the front and rear checkering on the frame. That's pretty nice. My old 92 FS didn't have that, but it gives you that real positive grip, front and rear. Now, you can go with a little bit wider option with a little bit more of a palm swell if you want to take off the thin grips and put on the thicker wraparound rubber style. A lot of people prefer that. That is going to feel a little bit more like the original grip of the 92 that a lot of people are used to. But I would say shoot it both ways and see if you can have a realization of how comfortable it is with a thinner grip. So a couple other neat things about it. It does have a 1913 style rail on it with 3 slots. My old 92 didn't have that, so you can run accessories on it. This does have the decocker, like I just showed you, so you can decock it. You can take it from, you can take the decocker and convert it to a decocker only function. So it's essentially a single action gun. So when you right now, if I decock it, it decocks. But I can go right back to double action. So it's a double action, single action. It is a convertible decocker on it. A couple other cool things is this is a removable front sight now. More easy to remove for people who like to change their sight picture. And of course, it's got a threaded barrel on it. So if you want to run a suppressor, It's already set up for it. Now, excuse me, a lot of people notice the color. You know, hey, it's not black. It's not like my old one. Yeah, no, it's not. It's got a tan and coyote brown look to it, and it does have a nice coating on all this stuff. So it's designed for use in combat, you know, in mud, in wet, in sand, anything else. So a couple of design features there is you do have a bevel where the mag goes in, beveled mag well, if you were. So this is for quick magazine changes. Slips in pretty easy. We already talked about the coating and the sand resistance of the magazine. The finish on this thing, it's got a hyper-resistant flat dark earth finish, so it's impervious to the elements. It will stand up to water, and well, I should say almost impervious. I'm sure if you leave it in salt water long enough, it's going to start to corrode, but that's one of the reasons why it has this super smooth feel to it. The coating on it is just amazing. And it's designed for use and abuse. So yeah, you can beat the heck out of this thing. That's what it was designed for. I don't recommend it. You know, but if you want to go spend $1,000 on a gun and beat the tar out of it, you can. People do it with Glocks all the time. This is going to take the abuse also, just because that's the thought that was put into it. So yeah, gorgeous, gorgeous pistol. So let's take a look at the inside. So taking down one of these things is actually really simple. There's a button on this side that you push, a lever that flips down, a slide comes right off. It doesn't get much easier than that. So woo, there goes the guide rod. So it does have a polymer guide rod and spring, and the guide rod comes right off, as you can see. Hang on. I had to reach over and grab that off the windowsill. But yeah, so you've got a polymer guide rod in it, and you know, it's separate from the spring. It's not a captive. So here's your slide. So the barrel, I think it comes out without taking the thread protector off, which is actually pretty nice. A lot of the threaded barrels, you run a big thread protector on, you can't take it off, but this is designed to be the exact same width, so it comes off with the thread protector. So there's your 5-inch barrel right there. You know, very clean, very nice. Just put it back together the same way we just took it apart. Your spring in and lock it down right here. Oop, try not to hit the camera. All right, so this is a hammer fired pistol. You know, it's pretty basic inside there. You know, looks nice and easy to maintain. Well, that's because it is. All right, so let's slide this back on. And it's one thing you do have to realize is this guy can get caught up. So you got to make sure it's seated in the correct position. Flip it back on, and you're back together. So let's talk about this trigger here. So there is some creep in it, but it's got a good break. And reset. Break. So it also double action. So that's your single action. So your single action is you know, it's very stable, very easy break. In double action, you have a longer pull, but it's super smooth all the way back. You're not running into any hitches. Some double action is like click, clonk, 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 clonk. This is very smooth. You hear the click from the hammer releasing, and that's it. Yeah, very nice, smooth action. It does come with tritium night sights, front and rear. Like I said, the front is removable. Some people like to change their front sight picture. But personally, I like having the front and the rear. Yeah. So that's it. That's the Model 92 FS in its current iteration, the M9A3. So I keep referring back to the Model 92. And it's funny. It just totally reminds me of it, but it's 100% different. They have really put a lot of time and energy and thought into this, you know, and all the differences that I've mentioned. You know, still a 5-inch barrel, still 9mm. Like I said, the grip width is like 1.3 inches, so it's a little bit narrower there because of the Vertex style grip on it. You know, 10-round mags or 17-round mags, wherever you live. You know, it's a full-size pistol. It's like 8.5 inches long and 5 inches tall. So this is your full size pistol. You know, everybody wants to give it the litmus test of comparing it to the Glock 19. Let me grab mine. Sorry, it's right over here. You know, it's not designed to be a concealed carry pistol. It's designed to be a combat pistol. So let me clear my 19. So there's your size difference between a Model 19, Glock Model 19 and the M9A3. I mean, obviously the M9A3 is considerably bigger, but it is a full-size combat pistol. Is it concealable? Heck yes. You can conceal carry this thing. If you're a tiny, small frame person, it might be a little bit more difficult, but I used to conceal carry my Model 92 all the time. You know, but this is designed more for, like I said, a combat pistol. It was submitted by Beretta for the MHS competition for the Army. Unfortunately, it did not win. That went to Sig Sauer. So now we have like the Glock Model 19X. We have the M9A3. We have all these awesome combat grade military style pistols that now the general public gets to own and shoot because of the competition, which is fantastic. But regardless of them, you know, even though they didn't win the competition, these are still being used all over the world in different military, paramilitary, special forces, and like VIP security. I mean, this is a renowned pistol. It's being used everywhere. And I think it's drop dead gorgeous. So, you know, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's pretty cut and dry what we've got on this thing. You know, the differences is the grip, the finish, the threaded barrel, the 1913 style rail, the removable front sight, tritium night sights, the lanyard loop. I mean, there's a lot of differences when it comes to cosmetics with the M9A3. But what isn't different is the quality that Beretta has put into the Model 92 as its basic form for years and years and years and years. You know, you can go buy an old 25-year-old beat up Model 92 and it'll feed everything you stuff into it. They're a great pistol. If you're looking to get into a Beretta, heck, this is a great way to go. It is a little bit more money, I'm not going to lie to you, but you know what? If you want to go with all the options, the M9A3, yeah, it's a fantastic pistol. So I got to get this back up to Ted's range because I just walked out of there with a $1,000 pistol to shoot a video. So I got to get it back up to him. But if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can on them. I'll also have some links on where to buy this pistol. And if you guys need any other information, you know, that's what we're here for. And hey, hit that subscribe button too. That's really important. I'm going to be having multiple videos a week with different stuff. If there's something you really want to see, leave it in the comments. I could probably get my hands on it. Yeah, that's it for now. The Beretta M9A3. Hope you enjoyed this one. Desert Guardian, out.